Hey everybody, it's Chad with Nobody Else's Auto. It is 7 o'clock Central Standard Time, Sunday evening, December 13th, time for Sunday Night Live Chat. Since we are live on two formats tonight, we will give everybody a few seconds to jump on, and here in about 20 or 30 seconds, we will get into the chat. All right, we've got a few people starting to get on with us. As always, thanks for coming back. Appreciate you guys stopping by, hanging out, spending a few minutes with me this evening. And I got Kevin on Facebook. As always, we are on two formats. We are live on YouTube and Facebook at the same time. And if you see me glancing aside, I'm checking both monitors, trying to keep up with comments. Terry's with us. Terry, the clock is right this week, but it's not plugged in, so it's not going to go very far. But it was a cool clock. I wanted to hang it up. New Waverly, Texas is on. So we've got some comments rolling on Facebook. Our good friend Glenn from Minnesota is on with us. No comments on YouTube as of yet, so we'll keep our fingers crossed that those are going to work with us tonight. As always, if you have comments, questions, throw them up there. We will sure try to get to them. If I don't address your comment, it's because it's not feeding it to me. We got Dan on YouTube. Thanks for being back, Dan. He's one of our regulars. So I try to keep pretty close tabs on the comments, but we have had some system issues over the last few weeks, especially with Facebook feeding them to me in a timely manner. We got Chris on YouTube as well. Thanks for coming back, guys. And I always appreciate it. Still amazed that you guys jump on with us every week. We've got a great group on here hanging out with us, and we're having a lot of fun doing it. Got my buddy Brian Lum on. What's up, Lum? Texas is on. North Jersey's on. So we're working our way around the states. So anyway, glad you guys came back. Glad you took a few minutes out of your evening to hang out with us. And as always, throw up any questions or comments. New Mexico just jumped on as well. Thanks for being here, Jerry. Tonight, a couple things to talk about. One little thing that we've got working that hopefully we'll have done this week. If any of you have been following the progress with the SRCA drag strip, which is where NHRA held their very first national event in 1955, we've been doing a bunch of video out there. We're going to try to do some more of that this week. But we've been talking about, and we've brought it up before, about selling little chunks of concrete from that track as they grind it up. They're tearing out the old track, grinding it up, putting it in as a base for a brand new drag strip. The SRCA is going to start selling chunks of that concrete as a fundraiser to help with new guard walls, timing system upgrades, etc., things like that. So we've been working on that project, and hopefully we'll be ready to release the pricing on that next week. We've got small acrylic boxes found. We're working with a local trophy company where they're going to make a little small, plaque to go on the case to explain what it is. We're working on the wording on that Friday. So hopefully the little pieces of concrete from the original drag strip where the NHRA held their very first NHRA Nationals in 1955 are going to be available next week. So stay tuned to the SRCA drag strip YouTube channel or Facebook page for updates on that. Nate's got a clock like mine. That's great. I really love the Mr. Goodwrench stuff. I've been trying to latch on to whatever I can. If anybody's got any Mr. Goodwrench stuff they want to sell, let me know. I've been trying to gather up as much of that stuff as I can. I really, really like that era of GM dealership stuff. So glad Nate's got one similar to mine. And I'm really excited about that era of stuff. So you'll probably see some more of that stuff pop up from time to time. Tim from Canada's here. Ron from Minnesota just jumped on with us. So as always, trying to keep up with comments. And if I miss anything, I do apologize, but I try to stick with them. And see what's coming on. Hudson from California, he also does a bunch of parts stuff. Yeah, I talked to him a few times on some of the stuff he's got going too. Thanks for jumping on with us tonight. So anyway, next thing, something I thought of for a topic tonight, and it kind of hit me just as soon as I got off last week. I was literally going through recording all my analytics from last week's episode and refreshed Facebook. saw something pop up that really kind of hit me as, something that would be a good topic. And that is people who make comments on Facebook and YouTube without paying any attention to what's going on and not thinking about what they're actually saying. The post that popped up was a guy had posted pictures of a car that his dad had sold several years ago. Said, I'd really like to buy this car back. It's still out there. So my dad sold it, and I didn't know he was getting ready to sell it, and I didn't get a chance, but I'd sure like to have it back. The first comment was, your dad's a jerk for selling that car out from under you, blah, blah, blah. Well, so the guy that made the post, he posted the reason he sold it is because his stepmom was in the middle of cancer treatments and he had to sell it quickly. So, and you see that stuff all the time. And, there's enough weird stuff going on in the world that we don't need to bring that into our hobby. That's not what we're here for. I mean, we're here because we enjoy this. So that's, when you see that stuff pop up, and this is all I'm asking of anybody is just, think before you type something in. I've had videos that I posted. I'm sure some of you guys caught the videos on my 78 Ford pickup. Well, one of the videos I did, the picture wasn't a 78 Ford pickup. It was a 77. And of course, somebody had to pop off right away. That's not a 78 Ford pickup. It's got round headlights. Well, the people that watched the video realized that the truck in the picture was my dad's old pickup that he had when I was a kid. And I bought this one because it was almost identical to it, even though it is a 78 with square headlights. So, you see that all the time. And like I said, there's enough of that stuff out there in the world that we don't need to bring it into our hobby. We don't need to add to it. So that's all I'm saying is this, let's think about it before we do it. And in fact, I've seen some pages, and I've seen a few pages this week that posted, if you do that, if you're making comments like that, automatic 7-day suspension. And these are Facebook pages. Second offense is you're off the page, which, was really great to see some of these pages starting to put some teeth into that. Because there isn't any place for it. There really just, if it bothers you that much, just keep on scrolling. There's plenty more posts to look at. Scroll on past it. It's not worth worrying about just to try to put your 2 cents worth in. So a couple things on Facebook popping up. Brad, Nebraska. Thanks. Thanks for the comments on the clock. Like I said, I love that Goodwrench stuff from that era. I was always excited about it. Steven's on. Doug from Iowa's on. So thanks for being on, guys. Appreciate you stopping by. So I was excited to see some pages starting to put some teeth into that. Instead, the just keep scrolling. If it bothers you, don't worry about it. Is, people don't seem to remember that, and they got to put their 2 cents in worth in, and don't think about who it may offend or who it may hurt, and things like that. So we just don't need to do it. I just don't see any point in it. And in all honesty, a lot of times you'll see it on stuff that people have something priced and somebody will think they're way too high on it, so they'll put a bunch of comments that they're crazy, that ain't worth that. 75% of the time, if I see that, the guy that had what the guy priced it at is what it's worth. It's just somebody else who didn't realize what it was worth. And there again, then when you look at what their stuff's actually worth, and you're posting those comments that somebody's out of their mind about it, how do you look when that all shakes out? So that's kind of how I see some of that stuff. So when I saw that pop up, I'm like, that'd be something good to talk about. Got my buddy Shuey on with me. Thanks for being here, Shuey. Russ from upstate New York just jumped on with us on YouTube. James still wants to see some of my private collection. Yeah, James, we do need to start squeezing some of that stuff in. And I'll try to start doing some of that. It's just timing, especially this time of the year, getting some of that stuff out and things like that. But yeah, I mean, I do have a lot of restored cars, a lot of original cars, things like that, that we can sure start looking at. I've got, my other building has a lot of signs, a lot of gas pumps, a lot of things like that in it as well. So, yeah. Ed on Facebook just commented, yeah, you can't fix stupid or argue with ignorance, and that's 100% right. And that's, this hobby's better than that, and we all know it. So, there's no point in in adding to it. But yeah, James, we'll try to get some of that stuff worked in. But we're doing it because we like it, and that's why I have my own personal collection of this stuff. So we can get into some more of that stuff here hopefully soon. This winter, I would like to try to start working on some of my own stuff. I've got a bunch of cars that need just a little thing here, a little thing there that I'm hoping to get some of that stuff fixed this winter. I've got a lot of little projects like that to get on. Steven, do I have any diamond tees? I've got some diamond tees, nothing that's real good. I've got bits and pieces of some 136, and I think 3 of them that were in the late 40s, but nothing anywhere near complete. But I do have some pieces. Bench seat for 62 Impala. There again, Ralph, depends on which one you're talking about. Obviously, either 2-door is going to be a split bench versus a 4-door. If you want to give me a call and give me some details after we get done, we can sure see what we can do on that. Kevin, some base model Ford truck had round headlights in '78. That Kevin, and that it does bring up a good topic. I've heard that the round headlight 78s were early production, and it was a mid-year switch to the square headlight, and that could be, and maybe the base trucks were all round, and they switched the Rangers because mine's a Ranger to square headlight mid '78. My truck was not built till July of '78, June or July. It was delivered in July of '78. So if you guys caught that video, I've got all the original paperwork that shows all that. So that is a good point, Kevin. Some of the '78s were round headlight. Terry, how many cars and trucks are in my collection? There's probably a dozen, maybe 15 over in that building. I haven't counted. That we can sure go through. So that's there's plenty of stuff over there to look at, plus gas pumps and more signs, things like that. Love, am I doing race week? Yes, that is the plan. Definitely planning on doing race week, and a lot of my other friends are planning on doing it from this area. Should be a heck of a year. So super, super excited about that. I assume that you're going to be on it, and we're going to see you again. So at least I'm hoping for it. So that's hope you're going to make it this year too, because it's going to be a blast. So be sure to check out Rocky Mountain Race Week, and anybody that's near Great Bend, Pueblo, Bandimere, or Kearney, be sure to catch the races that day. 2-door bench, I assume that was probably that 62 Impala seat, Ralph. I'd have to think about it. Can't think of one off the top of my head. I'd have to do some looking. I'd have to get you on my notepad after we get done. So yeah, Steven said it could be an easy conversion to go back to round headlight. I'll probably leave this truck square headlight because it is completely original, even though it is slightly different in the nose than the one my dad had. This is a completely original one-owner truck, so I'll probably leave it the way it is. Taillights for a 52 Ford pickup. I don't think that I have any of the trucks I have original taillights left on it. All right, Lum's going to be running race week with us. That's great to know. Super excited about that too. 67 Galaxy parts, David. I've got one 67 Galaxy 2-door hardtop parts car in stock on that. So if you want to call me after we get done, I can get a list from you and see if there's anything left on that truck or on that car for you. Let's see. Oh, next thing I wanted to bring up with you guys, and this, I was kind of sitting here thinking about this tonight, and it was kind of crazy. 2 more of these for this year, 2 more Sundays for this year. And never in a million years did I expect to still be doing this after I did a couple of them in February, that you guys would be jumping on here regularly and hanging out. I assume we want to keep doing them. And if you guys think it's a waste of time, let me know. You guys are still on board. We'll keep working on it. And if we're still on board, what do we want to do? I mean, there's a lot of things we can do. Obviously, events and things like that I go to, we'll definitely cover that. 47 Dodge pickup door latch in Ohio. I don't think I've got anything left on that, Ed. I only got 1 or 2 trucks that have rough doors left on them, and I think the latches are gone out of those. 68 to 70 Fiat stuff. Nothing there at all, Russell. Don't have anything in Fiat at all. So if we want to keep doing this next year, what do we want to do? My buddy Grant Tommy with Straight Six Fan, he made a few comments about getting into specific vehicle stuff, which is something I thought about. As far as talking about a certain vehicle every night, or picking one out and pointing out a few details about it. 76 Cutlass Supreme brake booster. Nothing that would be any good on a 76 Cutlass Supreme brake booster. I've got some cars, but they've been sitting for years. So your best bet on that is have it rebuilt. You could probably take it to Napa and they can send it in and have your brake boots rebuilt. Would probably be your best plan of attack on something like that. So I'm open to your guys' comments, suggestions, ideas. I mean, we can absolutely pick a vehicle. I mean, I may have some insight on it we can add. I'll do a little research. You guys have certain insight on things. So anything like that we want to do, and if we want to continue to do them, I mean, we seem to be having a pretty steady crowd jump on, and we seem to be having fun doing it. So just think about that over the next couple weeks, and maybe we'll take a little more time to talk about some of that stuff over the next 2 episodes. Stephen loves to hear about the finds and the history of them. And maybe that's an idea, Stephen. Maybe we, maybe I start working some of that into the regular videos. I'll pick out a car that, I remember where we got it from, things like that. That's always a good idea too. Those would probably have to come from, on some of the regular shows that I have to record out at the yard while we're looking at the car. But that's a good idea, Stephen, to get into some of that stuff. When the weather gets better, see more of what we have on the lot, Brian. You can go to the Nobody Show page or Nobody Show on YouTube, and that's all videos of, most of it is videos of the lot. So you can check that out now on some of that stuff, and we can sure and keep working some more of that stuff in. Jerry says keep doing it. Thanks, Jerry. Glenn's on board, and there again, and Andrew's on board. Good, drone videos. I don't have much for drone videos. I don't have a drone. A good buddy of mine, Mike Gowns with Gowns Media, he actually taught me a lot of this stuff last year. He has a drone. He shot some of it, and then when 1320 Video was here for Rocky Mountain Race Week, they shot some drone footage. And I don't have that footage. I've got some of the still pictures, but 1320 Video had shot some of that as well. So I don't have any of the drone footage in my possession. I can talk to Mike and see if maybe he had a little extra we could get. So, maybe we can get some more of that stuff too. Let's see, 64 Ford pickup body parts. I've got some stuff, Kenny. If you want to get me a list on that after we get off, I can get you on my list. And it seems like everybody's still on board to keep doing it, and that's kind of what I was hoping for. Like I said, never in a million years expected this to turn into something. But if we're having fun doing it, that's great. And like I said, just think about it over the next week or two, guys, and start throwing ideas up there. Specific stories on specific cars are always great. We'll try to start maybe working some of those into the regular show. But obviously tough to do that when we're just on the chat to actually show the car when we do that. Swap meet finds. Steve likes the swap meet finds, and that's a lot of fun too. I like bringing you guys that stuff. I mean, I do this because I enjoy it and I'm passionate about it. So that's what makes it fun, and that's what makes it great when you guys are on with me, commenting, having fun, and enjoying it. So let's, if you guys can help me out, and we'll make some more notes on some of that stuff here over the next week or two, and get ready to roll into the first of the year. Mike's on with me. Mike Shook at Auto Artistry. He's on board with us. Hey, we got Jason on. Jason, I was wondering where you were at, buddy. Our OTR buddy, Jason Sharp, running over the road. If you've got an OTR report tonight, Jason, go ahead and throw it up there so I can let everybody know. For those of you who haven't been on before, Jason is an OTR trucker that jumps on with us, and he tries to keep notes of where he's at in the country that week if he sees something cool. So if you've got an OTR report tonight, Jason, let us know and I'll get it out there. YouTube Yeti Yam, he likes the stories as well. They're on board with it, and so that we'll keep working on it, Yeti. If you're enjoying it, we'll keep working on it. Jim's on board with us, thanks, and that means a lot. The support's great, and like I said, with all the pages I'm admins on Facebook, which is like 5 or 6, with the drag strip page, my own pages, things like that. It's just impossible to keep up with all the comments that feed on all those pages. So there's no way for me to go through them all and respond to everything, but I do appreciate it. I do catch some of them, not all of them, but I do catch some of them, and I do appreciate the kind words and support. stories or content about the people from one of the finds. That's a good idea too. I do try to incorporate that on some of them, and I've been trying to more and more. But yeah, there's some of that stuff where I could probably do a better job at. When I got the '78 Ford pickup, I actually bought that from the original owner's nephew, and he was kind enough to jump on with us on a live and explain and give us the story about his uncle who bought the pickup brand new. So I'm trying to be more conscious of that and trying to get some more of that content out there as well. Let's see, Jason. Nothing this week interesting on the OTR report from Jason, but he's going to start doing regular runs from New York to California. So that's a long ways. That's a pretty healthy run. So that's so I'm sure Jason will be keeping us up to date with the OTR report next year as well if he's going to be putting those kind of miles on. So if you always stay tuned for that. Piggyback on American Picker style content. I do try to do some lives when I'm out picking up cars, Yeti. I don't know if you've caught any of those. And try to do some of that stuff and trying to do more of it as I move forward. Sometimes it's a little tricky. Sometimes I've got to do them by myself if I don't have somebody with me to help. But I'm trying to do as much of that as I can. And I do like what American Pickers do. They're great guys. They're great to work with. I've got some videos on YouTube of the 41 Chevy COE that I bought from them. So, you can check those out as well. But they are great guys. They're great to work with. And was very pleased with my experience with them. So I do like what they do. And they've got a great concept. And, and I do. That's why I try to do some lives when I'm out picking cars up to kind of give you guys a firsthand experience as to what we're doing. Thanks, Davis. He's on with us. He appreciates the program. I'm glad you're on. So, anyway, excited. I'm excited about that. I'm excited that you guys are on board and that we want to keep rolling because it's a lot of fun, and I'm glad you guys are having fun as well because that means a lot to me. That hopefully we're doing something right if you guys keep coming back every week. So. Anyway, think about some ideas. We'll make some notes here over the next couple of weeks, and we'll get ready for 2021, which has got to be better than 2020. I don't see how it can be much worse. Lots of exciting things happening next year that I'm looking forward to, that I'm really, really jacked up about. Obviously, like my buddy Lum said, Rocky Mountain Race Week starting and ending right here in Great Bend, Kansas. Super excited about doing that. Can't wait for that to happen. Hopefully the swap meets are going to start rolling again. Hopefully the car show scene is going to start rolling again. And there's going to be a lot of cool stuff to do next year because everybody's got a lot of pent up energy to get out and have some fun with their cars again. Let's see. Steven's ready to go buy some cars. Let's go. Steve, let's go buy some cars now. Bendix brake booster rebuild kit for 64 Ford pickup. Nothing there. I don't have anything like that, Kenny. 49 to 53 Studebaker truck, Troy. I do have several of those. I've probably got 10 of those in stock. If you want to give me a call and get me a list of exactly what you need on that. Ralph's on with us, and he says he's a regular, just never comments much. That's okay, Ralph. I understand. But we're still glad you're here. So, all right. Well, I guess we've got a game plan, and we'll start working on some content and ideas for next year. Trivia. Who's ready for trivia? Everybody ready for trivia? And like I always say, I've got to put a disclaimer out there. I'll go with the first correct answer I see, depending on on either format, because I don't always get the comments fed to me in a timely manner, especially on Facebook. So tonight, here's what we've got for you. I've got kind of a funny can. That's right, Terry. Sunflower Swap Meet's less than 2.5 months away. I was thinking about that today as I was cleaning the shop, looking through things, thinking, yeah, that's something good to take to the swap meet if it happens. Hopefully it happens. So tonight this is a can, transmission fluid can, a Delco transmission fluid can. Colors are a little faded. Logo's pretty good up here. A little bit of surface rust at the bottom. But the funny part about it is it's a Delco transmission fluid can for Ford vehicles. Type F Ford transmission fluid Delco. in a Delco can. Metal can, punched on the bottom. Top is still unpunched. So not a super great can, but still a good can with still good graphics on it. So we're going to send that to the winner, as well as another F&E Collector Auto Auctions koozie. So tonight's trivia question. Let's see. Montreal, Canada just jumped on with us on YouTube. Thanks for being here, David, from Montreal. Trivia tonight on Toy Tuesday last week, we looked at some specialty license plates. We had a 1928 Kansas State Fair license plate, an actual stainless steel license plate specifically for the Kansas State Fair. One of about 6 known to exist. So kind of some cool stuff like that. But we had another plate that was pretty interesting. It was called a sample plate, where it was 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, just all the way across with 0 numbers. I need the year and the state of that sample plate from Toy Tuesday last week. So I will keep an eye on comments on both formats. And like I said, the first correct answer on whichever format pops up first is going to be our winner. So I will keep an eye peeled on that. If you type it in and I don't answer, don't recognize it right away, go ahead and keep trying, because sometimes these systems plug up a little bit and they don't feed right away. So anyway, this week was really nice here the first half of the week. It was like 70 degrees up until Wednesday. It was like 70 degrees through Wednesday. Terry got it, 1931 Iowa. So, oh, and by the way, Terry, I got those pictures, the rest of those pictures you sent me. So give me a shout tomorrow. We need to talk about those pictures on that other car you sent me and go through that list of what you needed. So Terry's our winner on that. It was a 1931 Iowa sample plate. So kind of a neat piece. The sample plates were obviously just put through to, basically like for displays in the courthouse, things like that, were never issued. So there was a handful of them, that went to each courthouse, and that was about it. So finding one that, survived is pretty rare. James, any Corvair stuff? There's about 8 or 10 Corvairs in the new yard. So I do have some Corvair stuff. I'm not real good on Corvair stuff, so I don't know everything I've got on it. But if you get me a list in a year and a list and a body style, I'll see if I've got anything. David in Montreal, 7 Celsius was their high. So I guess today, when it got to 39 and seemed pretty cold here, I guess that wasn't too bad. But I'm not going to Montreal. I know that if it's 7 Celsius. But anyway, this week it was about 70 degrees up and through Wednesday, and Thursday wasn't even bad. So I was doing a ton of work getting stuff ready for winter, since it was pretty decent out. Did not have a lot of time to go out and chase a lot of stuff. I did buy a little bit this week, but not a ton. So new inventory is pretty short. I did buy a pickup bed, long bed for like a 55 to 59 Chevy pickup step side. I think it would fit GMC also, but this had a Chevy tailgate on it. So late 50 Chevy long step side bed, very solid. A couple tiny spots of rust, but minimal. And a 78 Ford pickup tailgate, as well as front and rear bumpers for a 73 Monte Carlo. That was about all I drug in this week. So pretty thin on new inventory, because I was worried about getting stuff done while I had good weather. So talking too much tonight. Videos for this week. What's coming up? Got one more video we'll probably post Friday night from the Motorcycle Museum in Marquette, Kansas, which is pretty neat. They're a little different. They're a little off course from what we typically do. I hope that's been okay with you. It's something a little different, but they got engines and wheels. They're pretty cool, so I shot a few videos there. Yeah. Still got David from Montreal. They've got some cars up there they're working on, 69 Stingray. So thanks for being here tonight, David, and I hope you're enjoying the show, and hope you come back and hang out with us some more. Let me double check to make sure we're caught up. I'm caught up with everything that they're sending me. And shot some videos, a couple of videos today in the new yard. Shot a truck video in the new yard. That one's actually got a Chevy, a Ford, and a Dodge in that video. I got another video shot out there with a couple of Edsels and the Buick in it and a Chevy. So we'll get some of that stuff posted as well. Plus, I've got some videos still stored from my friend's salvage yard that I was at. you know, here a few months ago. I need to start posting some of those stuff as well. So definitely got some more car stuff coming at you. Other than the one motorcycle video from the Marquette, Kansas Motorcycle Museum. So anyway, that's kind of what I've got for tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you've got any other questions or comments, be sure to throw them up there. I'll keep an eye on everything here for the next few seconds as we're wrapping up. And if anybody else has anything else they need to sneak in there, we will sure get to that. But as always, I appreciate you guys stopping by. It means a lot to me that you do. Like I said, I tell you guys this every week. I can't believe you guys jump on with me. But this thing isn't about me. This is about all you guys stopping by and hanging out and having a good time talking about the stuff that we all love. So I'm glad that you do come by, and I'm just the lucky one that gets to sit here in the chair and talk. But your guys' comments, your interaction, that's what really makes this something. So that's why it's a great time, and we've got such a great group on here, and so definitely a good time. Ralph said he'll be down here sometime. He's got relatives in Wichita. That's fine, Ralph. Just give me a call if you're coming through. Because you guys, please remember, guys, I'm not open to the public. Never have been. Just don't have time to be. So, there's days I'm at the yard all day and the gates are locked. I pull in and lock them behind me. So, always be sure to give me a call if you're coming by. And glad we had Montreal with us tonight. We're expanding past the border, so glad that Montreal did jump on with us on YouTube, and really appreciate that. So anyway, as always, if you have questions about vehicles or parts, just give me a call. The number's on the pages, so I can get that list from you and get a detailed list of what you need, and not only what you need, but exactly what you've got, your make, model, body style, things like that, because you would be amazed at the people that don't tell me that. And I have to ask and ask and ask and ask and ask. So no 60 El Caminos at all right now, Jason. So I don't have anything there. So Dan said another good night. Thanks, Dan. I appreciate it. Appreciate the comments. And we'll go ahead and get wrapped up. I don't see anything else popping up. So thanks for stopping by again. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Had a great time hanging out with everybody again tonight. Be sure to stop in next Sunday night, 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. We'll do the same thing again. And Glenn loves it too. He loves jumping on with us, and we appreciate you being here, Glenn. And that's what it's all about. We're here because we love old cars and old trucks and old memorabilia. And the group of guys that we get on with us are great. So thanks for being here, everybody. Anybody got any other questions after we're done, just give me a shout. And be more than happy to talk to you about your project. And we'll do it again next Sunday night. Check out the videos we're posting this week, and we'll see you guys live on Facebook on Toy Tuesday on Tuesday evening. And then I will throw that up on YouTube as soon as we get done with Toy Tuesday. So thanks for watching, everybody, and we will see you Tuesday night and then again live next Sunday right here. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you soon.